Hey friends, welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. I am Nate, and today is day 8 of our Whiskey Advent calendar for the month of December. Today is actually going to be an Irish whiskey, which I believe is the first Irish I've done in this batch, or in this calendar. Today is going to be Teeling whiskey. It's going to be their small batch. Comes in at 46% alcohol by volume. I actually do own a bottle of this, so I am relatively familiar with it. I will say, I like it. It's not my favorite Irish, but I do like it. Their website gives some interesting notes on it. So they, of course, with a little bit of marketing involved, so bear with me as I read it. So, hand-selected casks of grain and malt whiskey. So again, they're taking malt whiskey, so again, all barley, and then grain whiskey, which is a little bit more open-ended, could be corn, barley, things like that. Irish whiskey tends to have a lot of corn in it. But hand-selected casks of grain and malt whiskeys are initially fully aged in ex-bourbon barrels, then married together in Central American rum casks for up to 12 months for a unique dried fruit profile. So again, it says that it has a corn/grain element, and then they have ex-bourbon casks and then rum casks. And so their notes do say that it is has a solid rum influence, is what they say. I'm not the hugest rum fan. Actually, I would say I don't like rum. But I'll just preface that by saying I haven't found a rum that I have liked. I'm open-ended to it, or open-minded rather. Just haven't found one I like yet, but I know a lot of people do. So, very light color. Now it does claim, where was I at here? No chill filtration for true natural character. That does not mean it wasn't colored. Ireland really doesn't do coloring, so that's really more of a Scotch thing. And again, that's not all Scotches. That's just some. So, oh wow, I actually got coconut off of that, which could be mixed with the ethanol. It's not heavy ethanol. It's only 46%, so it's not much ethanol, But I'm getting a lot of ethanol simply because I think that there's just not a lot there in the nose. A lot of the notes on here, they're a little vague. However, what they say is an inviting nose where vanilla and spice dance with bright, sweet rums and notes of rum. I get the rum. Not really getting any spice. Maybe just a touch of vanilla. Okay. If I didn't know, I probably wouldn't peg this as Irish whiskey. It is relatively pretty, like Irish whiskey tends to be. But the malt part of it is what kind of thrown it off. It's good. Again, not my favorite Irish, but certainly not bad. Teeling kind of exploded in the market. They had a really nice... They won, several years ago, they won Best Single Malt in the World. Which single malt is predominantly famous by Scotland, and Scotch people hold very dear to that. Kind of like Kentucky with bourbon, that's ours, even though it legally isn't just theirs. Scotland kind of has that with single malt. And to be clear, Scotch knocks it out of the park with single malt, and America's kind of starting to do their own thing. Oh, got a bug in my face. Yeah, I do get... It is fruity. I definitely taste that rumminess to it. Maybe that's why I didn't care for it the first couple times I've had it, because it is very rum influence. There is sweetness to it. Again, Scotch isn't typically sweet, so the different grains used in this Irish typically give it that, will give it some more sweetness. Let's see here. On Drizzly, here in the US, on Drizzly, you can get a bottle of this for $39.99. So $40 bottle for Irish. Yeah, that sounds about right. And I would probably pay that. And I probably did pay about that for the bottle behind me. so it is different. So, you know, if people are used to Jameson or Powers or Buskers is new, but is kind of in that same entry level as what everybody knows. This is different than that. And maybe, you know, if somebody's looking to say, hey, I like Irish whiskey, you know, let me try something a little bit different, suggest this. And they have different offerings, which can be interesting too, especially if they're single malt. This is not. This is called small batch because it's both grain and malt. Again, still not a huge fan of it. It's not bad. I'm just not a huge fan. The legs go for days though on this glass. Interesting. So yeah, that's the Teeling small batch. Day 8 of Whiskey Advent Calendar. Thanks for sticking along. Appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.